Hi, my name's Andrew, and I'm going to show you the student's view of using Cerego. So I'm going to be taking this Sephardic migration quiz for the first time, and whenever you take a quiz for the first time, it's going to give you this quick little explanation of Cerego, and the basic idea behind it is that instead of cramming all at once and only taking a quiz once, if you actually remember stuff, you've engaged with it for a longer period of time and fairly routinely. So Cerego is going to expect you to engage with it at first very often, but then as you demonstrate competence, less and less later on. So as you're going through the quiz for the first time, you're going through and reviewing a bunch of concepts, and then you'll be quizzed on them later. And you'll be quizzed on them multiple times in multiple different ways to help that information stick in your head. The science behind Cerego uses pre-existing concepts, stuff that you may have heard of, like the learning curve, in addition to new research in neuro and cognitive science to design a way of reviewing that will optimize how long this stuff will stay in your head. So I got that one wrong, but it'll review with me and tell me what it is. So that was Amsterdam. And if you get something wrong, it's not counted against you. In order to complete the quiz, you will have to get that question right, but you're not penalized for getting questions wrong. You're rewarded for getting questions right. And so the way to think of this is to not necessarily be worried about getting things right or wrong, but to consistently engage with the material. And the more you engage with the material and the easier a time you have with it, the less Cerego is going to require you to review. So it makes some sense to review the material before you take the Cerego quiz so you can give it your best shot. But again, it's not going to necessarily affect your grade if you get a question wrong. The only thing that will happen is you'll have to review more and it will take more of your time. So as you can see, it's only been about 2 minutes here, and we're nearing the end of this quiz. It's a pretty short set. Some of yours may be longer, some of yours may be shorter, but in general, you shouldn't be spending, even at the start, more than 10 minutes on any of these sets. Here we are, Bordeaux in France, and the next screen is going to show you how the scheduling option, how the Cerego is going to tell you when the next time you're going to have to take the engage with Cerego is. So that'll show you, this little thing here is going to show you your total progress, and then that's the countdown timer to the next time you'll be able to take the quiz that will count towards your progress towards the final goal. The idea is that you can't just cram the Cerego quizzes, and just get to 1.5. The next time it's going to count towards your goals in 6 hours. You can take it after 6 hours. Again, that doesn't count against you, but the earliest you could take it is 6 hours. And what I'm showing you here are just the varying options to track your progress in Cerego. And here's a little about page that defines some of the different levels of expertise and how long the retention will work. So here it's after 6 hours. It's about 12 hours later. And you see I haven't been punished, but it's time for me to review. I could have reviewed the next day, but I just decided to review tonight very quickly. So, what was that? That was, I think, Taurus. I do not know it. Let's see if I can guess it. Amsterdam? No, it wasn't that. Oran? No, it doesn't work. So I forgot, and even in a few hours, it was Tiberius. Again, that's not marked against me, but I'm probably going to have to review that one more. So that one, pretty easy, is Amsterdam. Again, this isn't punishing you for getting questions wrong. You don't have to take the quiz at 6 hours. It's simply saying that the next available time that it would move you towards your goal would be in 6 hours. And as you can see, it's moving a little bit faster than the last time I took the quiz in terms of progress, because I did pretty well on the last quiz. So it's not requiring me to review as much and not as for long. So jamming through this, I'm almost done. Constantinople, Istanbul in the modern parlance. But if you keep doing well, Cerego might not even require you to, do it for 3 or 4 days. So it's an incentive to do well from the beginning. Tiberius, I got that one at the end. Okay, so the next, again, you're made a lot of progress towards that goal of 1.5. It's showing in the bottom right my total progress towards the goal, and in the bottom left there's that timer, right? So that's the next earliest time that I can take it and make progress towards my goal. And again, looking at these very options, you can see how well you're doing with each concept that you're learning, which concepts, which topics you're actually struggling with. So you can, know what to review for next time, what your weak points are. It's keeping track of that for you. And again, it'll show you when it's going to bring up any particular topic again, and you can see that it's getting further and further out for the ones I'm good at. All right, so this is actually this is like 12 hours later, and I'm going to review. So again, I haven't been punished for waiting longer than 6 hours. This was just, that's the earliest I could have started doing it. So Tiberius, I remember that one from last time. Izmir. And you can see it's moving much faster now, the progress bar. Because I've been doing well and I've been getting most questions right, it's requiring me to review even less. All right, and we're already done. And you can see I'm already at 1, and I've only been reviewing for about a day. So the progress is pretty quick if you know what you're doing. And it doesn't require, I won't be able to engage with it for another 16 hours. So thank you, and I hope this has clarified some of your questions.